Hello viewer, welcome to today's episode of Electrical Solution. My name is Engineer Eze Kingsley Fine. And today's episode we are going to be talking about TRACKLIGHT. How to install TRACKLIGHT, what is TRACKLIGHT, the purpose of TRACKLIGHT, and also during the program we are going to show you step to step of installation of TRACKLIGHT. But first of all, what is TRACKLIGHT in the fittings? TRACKLIGHT is a fittings just like other lights, be it bulkhead, LED, be it whatever kind of light. So we have a light called TRACKLIGHT, and these TRACKLIGHts are mainly used for at studio, event center, and any specific place. And it's meant to be focused on a particular thing to give it a very unique brightness. So by the time you focus a light into something specific, that this light is meant for this specific purpose, it's still to be bright enough to be seen. So that light is servicing as a TRACKLIGHT. So we are going to be talking about that TRACKLIGHT, how you can store the TRACKLIGHT in anywhere. It can work in anywhere, but mostly it works in showrooms, it works in studios, and so many other places that you can think of where you needed it. Where you needed it. So today we are going to look at various TRACKLIGHT. There are different kind of TRACKLIGHT. There's a point TRACKLIGHT. There are double 2-point TRACKLIGHT. There is 5, 3, 4 TRACKLIGHT in one, and they can be directed to wherever you want it to be to work on. Take for instance, you have a table here, for instance, and you have a show, some kind of design, and for you to draw the attention of people, you have to have a specific light that will particularly show that particular product, that is tracking that product, so that every person that comes will see the product. That is TRACKLIGHT. And we have various of them like this one, and many of them. But today we'll be talking about triple TRACKLIGHT and 5-in-1 TRACKLIGHT, how they are being installed. First of all, I want you to understand that every light have their specific designs. They have their specific wattage. They have their specific colors, and they have their specific lumens. Now, lumens means the wideness where it can cover, the length at which it can cover. What is this lumens? And it's been determined by the wattage of the light and reflective effect of those lights. So those, when you have a wattage, there's some wattage of light, maybe like 20 watts for instance, that cannot go further than 14 watts. There's some kind of reflective inbuilt part that make those lights travel far beyond others. So we are going to be looking at that reflection, that brightness, that far is called lumens. And then the color, they are what they call white, warm white, pure white, and many other colors. Colors are being determined by kelvins. Kelvins, where you have a kelvin, where you see something like 3,000 kelvins, 3,500 kelvins, 6,000 kelvins, 6,500 kelvins, is telling you about the colors of that light. Anything less than 3,000 kelvins are very warm white, very warm light. So, and some of those warm lights have their own specific purpose. As you might be able to understand, 6,000 Kelvin light is not dimmable. Why 3,500 to 4,000 is a dimmable downward is dimmable. Then we have all those lights in various form, halogen, LED, and what have you. Now the one we are installing for this client is kind of pure white track light, which is 6,500 Kelvin. So we are going to detail this these details on one episode. I just want to give you a very free understanding of the type of light we are installing and what they are meant for and functions of them all. So let's go. First of all, when you want to install this kind of light, one of the things you need is to design it. Strike light cannot just be focused. You have to determine the tables, the position of the items you are focusing on, and that will give you a clear understanding of what you're doing. So in this part, we have a already drawing by the client, which makes our work very easy. So first of all, you have to look into the drawing. Where does this fall in? The dimensions, in and out dimensions, where did they fall on? So by the time you have considered all this, you are good to go. So let's go to the site and see some of the few ones we have done, some of the few track lights that we have installed, for you to have a full understanding of what we mean by track lights. They are very beautiful lights. You will love it. Let's go. Hello viewer. So for you to install these lights, just open the casing. This is the profile. This profile is meant to use to hold this particular light. So all you need to do is to screw it after you have measured your space. Screw it. But before you do that, there's some process you have to undergo to make the work neat. This is the connection point. You have to lose here. You have to lose here and cut some wire, maybe 1 meter or thereabout. Let's say 1 meter, because why we are doing this is because at the end of the day, if this measurement on the ceiling does not fall, if this does not fall on the measurement that we have on the ceiling, so all we need to do is to take this to the ceiling and then connect it inside the ceiling after we have done the connection. So what you do, you connect this wire. It's just very simple to do. Connect the wire. So also note that this how this light work. You can see some copper here. One run through this side, the other one run through this side, and there's nothing like identification of which one is neutral and which one is live. But because this light does not demand any neutral or live, you can connect anyone as a neutral and anyone as a live. So I'm taking this as a live now, for instance. This as a live. Just make sure you tie it very well. And this I'm taking as a neutral. Also, please, you have to make sure that this already are loose already. Make sure that you tight it very well so that to avoid sparking. And this is exactly what causes fire in the building. Once there's a spark in the building, it causes fire. So after you have done this, you just cover it to protect the surface. You have to do this to protect the surface. Now, this is your first connection process. This is done now. So you already have your wire and already tight it. The next thing now is for you to go and measure exactly where it will be on the sling, because definitely this wire, this point might not fall where it will cover this. That's why we have to use this wire to connect. By the time we get our at the dimension, we'll fit this wire inside the ceiling and screw on the ceiling. This POP I will screw on it. So once we screw, you use your light. So this is how you install this light. You see, this light have this base is like serve like a hook to this base, and this is serve like a point terminal point. Remember, one wire run this way, one other wire run this way, and this is terminal. So what you do is, if you want to fix it, you open this, and slide. Okay, open this too, and slide this inside. No, this can take like 3 lights or 4 if you want. Once you slide it, you close it back. By the time you close it, that space might have already touch this life and neutral that now give light to this bulb. And this way you can set it wherever you want. That's why it's called track light. You can set it this way. You can set it this way. You can focus anywhere you want it to focus, just like this. You can focus anywhere you want it to focus, just like this, So, like this length now, we are going to have like 3, one here, and one here. They will now set the direction. So let us see how we can install this on the actual ceiling. This is how this drawing look like. So we are going to have one light here, one light here, one light here, and one light here. And this is the beam, the first beam, the cross-sectional beam, and the other beam. So just like this. This is the beam here. This is the beam here. This is the second beam, which is this, and this is the cross-sectional beam. So
come on, say he can move mountains. Keep me in the valley. Come on, say it, hide me from the rain. That's it. My God is awesome. Come on, heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weakened. Forever he'll reign. Come on, you got it. My God is awesome. Come on, say, he can move mountains. Keep me in the valley. Hide me from the rain. Has he ever covered you? Come on, my God is awesome. Heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weakened. Forever he'll reign. One word, come on everybody. My God. Come on, somebody lift your voice. If you know he's been good, say it. Awesome. Say, my God. Come on, if you know he's been good, do you testify? Somebody ought to lift your voice. He's awesome. Come on. My God. Verse 2. Savior of the whole world. Giver of salvation. By his stripes, I'm healed. Yeah, my God is awesome. Listen, today I am forgiven. His grace is why I'm living. Somebody ought to praise his holy name. Come on, you say, my God. Come on, awesome. 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 My God. Come on, look back over your life and see where the Lord has brought you from. awesome. Let's talk about why he's awesome. You say, he's mighty. He's mighty. He's mighty. He's mighty. He's mighty. He's mighty. Awesome. Somebody ought to lift your voice and celebrate. If you know he's been good, you say, he's holy. 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 Awesome. Somebody ought to lift your voice and testify. If you know he's been good, you say, he's great. He's great. He's great. He's great. He's great. Awesome. Somebody ought to lift your voice and testify. If you know he's been good, you say, he's mighty. He's mighty. He's mighty. He's mighty. He's mighty. Awesome. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done for me, deliverer, 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 deliverer. Come on and say it. Nobody, nobody, nobody but you. Somebody lift your voice and say, he's holy. He's holy. He's holy. He's holy. Awesome. Somebody ought to lift your voice and testify. If you know he's been good, you say, provider, 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 provider. Awesome. Somebody ought to lift your voice and celebrate. If you know he's covered you, you say, protector, protector. Won't he look out for you? Protector. Awesome. Everybody lift your voice and shout awesome. You say, my God. Listen, he can move mountains. Keep me in the valley.